Hey guys, it's Amadou here recording this quick video. This is the fourth of the series. It's almost 7 p.m. where I'm at. It's Sunday, 6th of July. It is a Sunday indeed. How have the past couple days been? I mean, last video I recorded, I think it was the fourth. Since then, it's kind of been like, yesterday it was a Saturday, and I felt like for the last couple weeks, for the last week especially, I felt like whenever I was working, I was kind of like I just really had a lot of like brain fog, and I wasn't really on my, I wasn't really sharp, is what I'm trying to say. And so I did what it felt like I was treading through snow. That's the best way I have to describe the feeling. So I did what I thought was best for me at the time, which is I said, okay, I'll finish this week. Saturday, I'm gonna take it off. What I mean by that is I'm just gonna do nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't care about anything but resting and not doing anything. I don't want to worry about outreach. I don't want to worry about work. I don't want to worry about the gym. I'm just gonna sit on my bed and rot inside my room and do absolutely nothing. I'm gonna order takeout. I don't care. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's exactly what I did. And I think it kind of helped me. It kind of helped me because I kind of got out of it, because I'm the type of person that obviously, but I think that's kind of everybody, right? When you're hold on, what's going on with my hair? Anyways, when you're in the when you're in that period where you're like in a so-called rut, right? um you don't feel like working at all, and when you're working it feels like you're really pushing hard just to work. But as soon as you kind of go to the opposite, so as soon as you allow yourself to kind of like not do anything, it feels wrong. It doesn't it? It feels hella wrong. At least for me, it felt super wrong to kind of like just sit there and do nothing, right? And there were times where I was like, okay, let me get back at this. Let me finish this automation I was making. Let me finish this flow I was making. Let me record this loom for the client that I had to make. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me plan this. So yeah, like I was saying, like let me plan this, let me plan that. But it's kind of like I heard this from Charlie Morgan, so I'm not gonna take credit for this quote, but it's like the discipline is in allowing yourself to not be disciplined, right? Because obviously there's part of it where it's like you have to, kind of like force yourself to do the work, right? You have to be disciplined. But there's also part of you where you kind of like where you need to rest. Your body and your mind needs to rest. And if you're forcing it, you're gonna just do more damage in the long term, right? And in that case it's very easy to kind of like go back to like trying to do work, trying to be productive for most of the time. But what I found, at least this time feels like it's been working, is forcing myself to do nothing, to put zero resistance into anything that I'm doing. If I want to eat something, I'm gonna order it. If I want to sleep in the middle of the day, I'm gonna do that. If I want to watch a video on YouTube, I'm gonna do that. If I want to start a new series, I'm gonna do that. Just do whatever the fuck I want, right? No thoughts for anything other than that. And that has been something that I feel like has been valuable for me because yesterday I did nothing, absolutely nothing, and I kind of hated it, or rather, I'm at a point now where I'm like, okay, obviously yesterday was a wasted day, but it wasn't really wasted because now I'm more charged and better prepared to tackle on the rest of the week. And so yeah, there's that. And you kind of need these spirits every now and then. You can't really like go 100% every day, 7 days a week. And like it's not even just like a matter of like how much work you get done. It's just a mental thing of how much time you dedicate to work, like how for how long do you are you in work mode, right? And while it's good to be like in work mode for long periods of time, you need to rest, right? You need to give your brain a break. And that's what I kind of needed, because and especially like the anxiety coming from the fact that supposedly like this week, so in the next couple of days, I should be closing two pretty important freelance deals that will pretty much jack up my weekly work time. I'm working, at least the past couple weeks I've been working like 9-10 hours a day, 6-7 days a week, so on average like 50 to 60 hours a week, really, if you consider the job and the outreach I was doing. Now I'm at a point where I'll be forced by contracts to work at least 60, 65 to 80 plus hours per week, right? And so I was kind of like, I've never done it before, never had that much workload, and it's kind of like a little bit daunting in a lot of ways, like a little bit scared. Like, can I do that? Will I just, because it happened in the past where I'm like, I'll start a project, and after a while, I'll just have no energy to dedicate to the project. I have no motivation to keep the project going, and that's something that I most definitely want to avoid. First of all, I don't want to lose my 9 to 5 job. It's not like I can just quit, and also I don't want to underperform in the job. And plus, I want to like keep going, right? I want to keep making more money. I want to keep growing, because I'm spending a lot of money too, right? So I want to make more, so I have more money, as everybody does, right? And also just for like career progression and stuff, makes it way easier to grow your own to start and grow your own business when you've had a 9 to 5 job plus a side hustle, freelancing gig on the side. So there's also that. So yeah, that's basically how it's been the last couple of days. Yesterday I just was like, just recovering. I started Snowfall, the TV series. I kind of like it, you know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. Like, of course, yeah, right. It kind of gives me a little bit of motivation, so to say, because it's like at the end of the day, it is drugs, but it is a business still. And a lot of the principles in that business apply to real life business. So that's pretty cool. And it's also like seeing all of these people that have like the hustle mentality, which is something that with me it kind of comes and goes, if I have to be honest. There will be days where I'll be like, okay, I have to get shit done every minute of the entire day, and then there will be days where I'm kind of like, I just don't care. It feels like I'm a different person, right? And so it's kind of like also balancing that. And I absolutely do not want to have periods of like multiple days where I'm in that second personalities. I'm in that second like state where I'm like, I really don't care about nothing, and I would rather have as many days as possible in the first state. And it all comes down to also the reason why I took this job and why I moved out and all that, was just basically increasing my work capacity, because I know for a fact if I'm able to pull off 60 to 80 hours a week of work, bro, I'm making mad money. I'm not gonna lie, I'm making mad money. And by the way, I'm gonna update you on this later on, but if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, I'm gonna be looking at 6K per month, which for being a 23-year-old, which I mean, is it good? Yeah. Is it limit? Absolutely fucking not. Like, that's just, honestly, that would almost be barely surviving, right? I mean, I would be able to cover my living expenses with my 9 to 5 income, and then the rest of the money I could my living expenses and some if I'm smart. Then with the rest of the money I can kind of do whatever the fuck I want, which will mean building my emergency fund, paying off any debts that I have, which I do have some taxes to pay for last year that I still haven't paid. um, Maybe I shouldn't say this in the video, but it's not that much money, so I mean, sue me, bro, like, come on. And so that, and some things for school. I still think I have some things to pay for school, but anyways, basically that's about it. What else? I mean, nothing much else, and the week is gonna start today. I kind of like was chilling again, but kind of picking back up where I left off. Was reading a little bit, Here in the office, I was playing some pool with the security guy. Won one game, lost the remaining three games. Yeah, I mean the guy is good. What can I say? The guy is good. I mean it's better than me, and I also miss a lot of like easy shots, but I'm getting better for sure. I will be getting better. Anyways, made those. Read a little bit, played some pool. Made a video for one of the proposals for one of the clients, and made a video for another a potential client with whom I have a call on Tuesday, 3 p.m. EST. So hopefully that will go well, which 3 p.m. EST is really like 9 p.m. my time. Hopefully he will show, and if he does show, I mean, I booked him off of a cold call, and obviously it is what it is. Like the show rates are gonna be what they are, but he felt like I could genuinely help him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see if there's a potential deal there too, right? And obviously, if I were to take him on, it would be a little bit different than what I'm used to because I would basically be completely full in terms of workload. So I would have to organize my time better. And also, one thing super important, do not skip on the gym. The last week, really the last 2 weeks, I've been skipping on the gym. I think in the last 2 weeks, I went to the gym like 3 times only, something like that. And that's been because I've been prioritizing business and the freelancing and the work, which was stupid, right? Because now I'm feeling a little bit fatter. I'm feeling way fatter. I'm feeling uglier. I'm feeling less confident, less focused, less driven, just because I haven't been working out consistently. So don't skip on the gym. Keep working out, fella. Come on, bro. And that's about it. Well, it was great talking with you guys as always. I'm just recording this to document my journey. Hopefully one day I'll look back into this and be like, holy shit, this was my life back then, and and now I'm there. Well, great talking to you guys, and y'all have a good day. And for all my Americans watching this, which maybe it's one or two guys, happy 1st of July. Happy 1st of July. Well, see you soon, guys. And also, if anybody really is interested in getting new clients, you can leave a comment down below, and I'm gonna reply with something that might interest you. All right, peace.